If you have any outdoor plans, we know a lot of folks wanting to get outside, taking the dogs on a walk, the kids out to the park for the evening hours. I mean, temps in the mid 60s right now, so really not too bad. Winds out of the southeast at about 10 miles per hour. Likely not going to be gusting much more than that later today, so wind really not going to be of issue. Now, temps as of 11:31 on this Thursday have already creeped up to the mid and upper 60s. That's going to be through the Houston metro. We have 70 degrees out in Katy right now, and then low 60s out in Galveston because they are monitoring some of those winds coming up out of the southeast. Right now, all in all, anywhere from 5 to about 10 miles per hour. So temps today, once again, are going to be peaking in the low 70s. So pretty mild in the temperature department. I mean, we're above seasonal for this time of year. Quiet and dry skies, maybe some passing clouds as we head throughout this afternoon, but really nothing's going to stop those temps from likely peaking at about 72, if not 73 degrees right here in Houston. Then once again, like every evening we've seen this week, those temps will be dipping into the low 60s past dinner time, and then we are going to be waking up to likely another round in the 50s. So great weather today. We mentioned that south breeze returns, inching those clouds across the viewing area. But as we head throughout the morning tomorrow, we could be seeing some mist, if not a little fog. And that's just going to be a precursor to what we're going to expect for your Friday overnight hours and then into your Saturday morning. We're actually monitoring what we call a pineapple express or a atmospheric river. So one of the best ways that I like to explain it, know that river is not directly going to be toward us here in Houston. It's actually going to be in California, and then all of that weather eventually going to be shifting to Texas. But think of a fireman. Their job is to put out a fire. So they have a hose and they point it at the fire, and it's directly aiming all of the water there. So that's what an atmospheric river basically is. Out in the Pacific Ocean, it has this water that is in the form of rain for us here in the U.S., but it's aimed directly at a certain portion of the West Coast. And right now, that's going to be California. And then eventually we'll be seeing an area of low pressure and trailing cold front that eventually makes its way to us here in Houston. So by lunchtime tomorrow, could be seeing a misty drizzle, but we're really not going to be seeing that heavy rain move in until the evening hours on Friday, and then into your Saturday morning. So you can see all of this rain over the next 5 days is going to be during that time frame. So we are calling Saturday morning a Fox 26 storm alert day. Now it's just going to be the morning hours, should be clearing by midday, but if you do have any plans, and we know that Galveston has Mardi Gras kicking off, all the fun festivities, so that's really going to be why it could be impacting your morning, and we want to make sure that you and your family are staying aware. Good news is Sunday, if you have any outdoor plans, and into early next week, the skies will be drying and those rain chances will be shifting east. So all eyes are on Saturday, and this is a look at our severe outlook, what we could expect on top of the heavy rain that's possible. Chance for some strong wind gusts at times, and we're in a 1 out of 5 possible risk, and you can see the entire viewing area is under that risk. Now let's get into our excessive rainfall. Is there the potential for flooding? Well, right now it looks like, let's say I-45 and east going to be under the moderate category, meaning there's the chance for that street flooding, especially in areas along the Trinity River that are still looking at minor flood stage, and more rain on top of that could make those rivers not necessarily be receding as quickly as they would be otherwise with that dry air. So that's what we're going to be looking out for, especially at Liberty and, heading south from Lake Livingston. So this is going to be starting tomorrow night, yes, and then continuing until Saturday. So this is just a wide look at our next rain chances. You can see all that moisture makes its way across the state. Some heavy rain at times throughout the morning on Saturday. We'll see it anywhere from Dallas all the way to us here in Houston and down south toward Corpus Christi. And then slowly but surely by Saturday afternoon, I mentioned that all kicks out to our east, and that's exactly what we'll be seeing. But I want to take you into a bit more high resolution modeling. That just kind of looked like rain across the entire area, showing the general trend of the showers and storms. But this is going to get us down into the nitty-gritty of where we actually could be seeing it and when. So this is time-stamped Friday evening at 7 o'clock. Yes, some scattered showers are definitely possible. Keep that in mind if you had any outdoor dinner plans or even some Mardi Gras plans for your Friday. But you can see coming into 9 p.m., it does become a bit more heavy, but it's going to be that line west of Austin. That's going to be the first kind of ushering in of some pockets of very heavy rain. 11:30, maybe you're out and about, or you're going to be in and sleeping early from Sugar Land all the way up to Brenham, even Bryan, College Station, and down toward El Campo, even into Katy. That heavy rain does move in, then makes its way toward the Houston Metro into the Woodlands, and then out toward Galveston by midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. But then here's a few more bands of that heavy rain. So it's not going to let up between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. And then you can see everything, really heavy rain possible by 6 a.m. Baytown to Galveston, even up toward Conroe into Huntsville. And then maybe a few showers possible between 8 and 9 p.m. or a.m. rather. And then look at this. Clears out well to our east by mid-morning. We're talking 11, 12 o'clock lunchtime. So that's good news for any of the festivities that you might have out in Galveston, or, you know, you have a birthday party to go to. You wanted to get the dog on a walk. I would make sure you wait until the afternoon into the evening hours. But you're probably wondering, well, how much rain can we expect through Saturday night? Well, our forecast model showing anywhere from 1 to 3 inches. Some spots right here, looks like the streak through the Houston Metro, only going to be looking at about an inch, but points to the south and just to the north of that, 2 to 3. And as we get closer, we're likely going to be seeing these areas update on where they see the bands of heavy rain moving and where they don't. So I wouldn't look at this as gospel just yet. We're going to continue to bring you those latest model runs. And as we get closer, the confidence gets higher and higher on exactly when and where. Now here's a look at your Mardi Gras outlook. Starting tomorrow and continuing through the weekend, we're going to be seeing that nighttime rain possible and then storms possible early Saturday morning. We're looking at that Fox 26 storm alert day. So the morning hours not going to be too good, but we have heard from the folks that are putting on Mardi Gras and saying that Saturday, where they would usually have an earlier start for some of the parades, the 5K, they're pushing it back to all start afternoon, which is great because like we saw in that forecast modeling, everything should be starting to clear out, at least thin, and a decrease in the intensity by that time, which is great news. And then Sunday, we are looking dry. As that dry air arrives, temperatures will be back to the 60s. Well, let's talk about a bit longer term because everyone's wondering, well, what can I expect into the full week of Mardi Gras celebrations? Looks like temperatures are going to be above seasonal. And right now, besides what we're going to be seeing coming on Friday into Saturday, it looks like we're going to be just on the border of some wet weather moving in. So I'd say looking ahead longer term into, February 11th and beyond, maybe some more showers. But right now it does look like we'll be all in all staying rather dry during that time frame. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Pretty nice today. A few of those clouds moving through. Tomorrow, Groundhog Day. Late storms early on Saturday, and then we're pretty much drying out as we head into early next week. Temperatures ranging anywhere from the mid to upper 60s during that time. Wake up temperatures once again will be in the 40s. So what we've been seeing really the last several days, a cool start. You might need that jacket, and then maybe not toward the afternoon. Hope everyone's having a great rest of your day. And just to let you know, we're going to continue to bring you updates on the Fox Local app. It's free to download on your smart TV. So if you are heading out to Mardi Gras in Galveston, you will know everything you need to know for the weather. Have a great rest of your day.
Been doing this now for years, raising the alarm